This is Hanzo from 8 Years in Azeroth, and you're listening to the Twisted Nether blogcast.
Welcome to the Twisted Nether blogcast, your home for the voices and faces of the world of Warcraft, with your hosts, Hydra, Zabina, and Fimless.
Please keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the podcast at all times.
Hooray!
Hi, and welcome. I'm Fimless.
I'm Zabina.
And I'm Hydra, and this is episode 358 of the Twisted Nether blogcast. We are recording live on Friday, May 22nd, 2026.
Tonight, we are going to talk about the upcoming patch 12.0.7 Stardate.
And all the fun housing things coming up.
We're also going to talk about how we're feeling about WoW right now.
And the question that seems to be out there lately.
Is there too much content in WoW right now?
And are we bored already?
I am already bored of this intro. Let's get started.
Let's go.
Ooh, there's too much content in this intro.
There's too much
I know.
God. I'm so over it already.
I know there's too much when we are actually able to talk about content before the content is actually out.
I know, because otherwise we
Right.
would be too busy with the content to be looking at new content to talk about that content.
Well, you know, I debated about whether or not it was too early to talk about 12.0.7 because it doesn't come out until June 16th. However, this is going to be our last
Show for 3
podcast,
weeks.
our last show
We're wrapping it up.
before forever
Before the
no
patch.
before the patch comes out.
It is.
So this is our opportunity to talk about it.
Correct. Before it
Yeah.
happens. We
Before
can
it
talk
happens.
about it after it happens. After it happens.
We could.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yes.
Oops.
What we think about it. The things.
What we think
The
about the
stuff.
things and the stuff. Yes.
So Stardate 12.0.7. Captain's log.
Oh my God. It just kicked me
I
out of
can't
where I
believe-
went to go look at the patch notes.
Patch.
Oh,
Scheduled
I
for
actually...
June
I,
16th.
I was so bored with the idea of talking about a future patch that I actually closed out my notes.
I don't I'm bored. I've
done.
had too much there's too much
I'm
content. You want to
done.
add more?
There's
you
too
talking
much.
about?
I'm like, I haven't even processed the old stuff yet. I'm like
Yes.
overflowing with new stuff. I'm like
I
that's what I
know.
feel about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I agree
I mean-
with you.
I mean, I'm looking at this, and this is good. So let's go over some of it. I mean, I'm not sad about any of this, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't feel like I've had time to even process whether or
I
not
haven't
the
at all.
Your
No,
big
I'm
playing
behind.
time is coming.
I'm behind.
Like you've been
Yes, that is true because
working.
we have one more week of school and
Yeah.
then summer schedule. And since I only do summer planning and don't do summer teaching, that means I get to do summer playing.
summer playing. It's called summer playing,
to
not
play.
summer planning.
Exactly. I don't
No,
know.
no, the planning has already happened for summer. That has
Yeah.
pre-summer things.
Yes,
But yeah,
exactly.
so
Kinda
patch
messed up.
1207.
New zones.
there-
Woo!
Yeah, there's
how
Nag,
many?
Nagtal and Val. Two.
Okay, so we get 2. Okay.
But
So that
I
means new
mean, I
stories.
watched something about them, and one of them looks kind of small, but that they said it feels small, but it's not small. I don't know. It's very weird.
Oh, so these are
Um,
like the islands that usually they pop up and
Right. It
in
is
mid
that,
mountain,
you know, we're
that
into
kind
the
of-
expansion.
The
yeah.
We're going to give you more
Yeah.
spaces.
but it's not
the
12.1,
Vortex.
which normally 12.1 would be the one where you got like new
Really?
zones. This is
Huh.
Yeah.
interesting. Unless they're going to put
Yeah,
12.1
you're
as like
right.
more content in those zones or something. Usually
Oh,
that's
Could
the,
be.
that's true.
Could be.
the big content zones
There's
are 12.1.
I don't know.
Something called Omnium Folio.
Num 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 folio.
Yes,
nom, nom,
it is a
nom,
new
nom.
player power feature, is how it's spelled out
wow.
in Wowhead, and I'm not quite sure what that.
Is that just the way for
means
you to like move
Players will
forward?
join forces with Magister Umbric and Grand Magister Romath to restore the Sunstrider omnium, which is an elven relic created to study magic and serve as a repository of knowledge that is reawakened after years of dormancy.
Is this
The folio grants access to powerful runes by participating in weekly activities. It's what you think it is. Players can imbue additional runes and customize them to aid in battle against the void. So
More stuff to do.
more stuff to do.
Yeah.
This sounds like it reminds me of when you used to have to, like, in your your class order hall. Yes. You had to go and put.
Yeah, you increased it. The level
yes.
of it.
There was one person that you had to go to, and you gave them war resources, and you clicked on a thing, and in 24 hours it would unlock, and then you got more resources, and you clicked on another thing, and 24 hours it would unlock. So that to me is what this sounds like, but you know, who am I?
We do get a continuation of the campaign, though. Which
we do.
The story,
and I'm looking
having
forward
more story,
to that.
I guess is good.
There is a continuation with Zul'Jan.
Ah, okay. And a new raid.
And a new raid.
Which I'm kind of looking forward to, since I'm
Sporefall.
kind of tired of the old raids. Especially the stupid dragons.
Done with the dragons.
There always has to be a stupid dragon, though.
I don't care if there's a stupid dragon. I don't like these stupid dragons.
These particular stupid dragons.
I don't know. Like having a mechanic that, if you don't run out in the 3 seconds you have the ability to run out, you're going to fear everybody and wipe the raid. It's like, why would, what?
Right.
Silly.
Right.
So.
Let's see. A couple other small things. They're going to bring Dragonflight into the time walking rotation. So we'll be getting Dragonflight dungeons. Couple of mounts, couple of toys. There's a new pet. There's some transmog. All the regular stuff.
And they're going to break all the add-ons.
Again.
Probably. Ritual site update. So there's going to be a tier 6.
Yes. They are updating and increasing the ritual sites. Yay.
Okay.
And egg hatching. If you're interested in hatching eggs.
Where is their age hatching?
I don't know.
Let me see. Let me tell you.
Hey,
I will tell you.
For asking that question. But see, this is the thing. Like you were talking
Janalai,
about
the Loa of Fire, has returned to Zul'Aman. Players will join Loa speaker Breck to help safely guide Janalai's hatchlings out of their eggs and into the world.
Okay.
More information coming soon.
Great. So like I will admit, because you were talking we were talking about that one and the new levels, and it was telling us that being able, and you were equating it to things of like our order hall and stuff like that. Like Noctum just recently, and when I mean just recently, like the last 2 or 3 weeks, showed me that there was a Void Researcher Quartermaster quest. Apparently, you're supposed to be doing these quests so that you could get all that things unlocked.
I have not been.
Yeah.
I'm way behind.
You just do like world quests. You just do the
just
quest and then you go do a world quest in the area.
Like I forgot about that, and before we podcasted, I went around and it did all the 1,000 gold ones.
Yes.
It's because I had a couple of them that were gonna expire in an hour, and I'm like, that's after the podcast. I have to get those done now.
You're gonna waste
and so
gold.
I know. I'm irritated that I have to go and I don't know. So that's what I feel like. I'm worried that this new
it'll probably be similar. I bet it'll be same type of thing.
Because I'm just gonna forget about it.
Yeah, because it's one of those things that it actually just changes the way you fight in Voidstorm. Like that's it in that zone.
Yeah,
it's just part of the zone. So if you don't do it, if you don't go in that zone that often, I mean, if you're already killing everything in the zone, what is it? Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay,
so,
I guess.
I'm not sure it makes a big difference. There are decor changes though.
Yes.
So That's
There
plus.
are. I'm really
That's
excited
exciting.
about the decor changes.
Okay, explain it to me though, because is it? Because I know that right now we're only able to get to level 9.
Yeah, I don't think they're increasing
And I
the
don't know that
levels.
if they're
I
increasing
think
the
what they're doing
levels.
is they're making it so that there's more items you can put. So you have more
Yes.
room, like, points per level to
Okay.
put things.
You get at level 5, you can increase your exterior decor,
Allocation.
yes, to 300.
Oh,
And at level
okay.
7, it increases to 350. And we are supposed to have the ability to put lighting back out on our yards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they made it so you couldn't actually put it outside, even though it looked like an
Because
outside
it
light.
was, because it was
Causing problems.
Like a
crashing
lamppost.
servers.
Yeah, it was causing a problem with
Because
outside.
so from what I understand from something else I saw is that they're going to be instigating, like, you can't put these two lampposts too close together. So your lighting
Oh, they're making
sources
their-
in the outside have to be so far apart, and that's to keep people from putting 50 fires out in their lawn,
Got it.
because that is what is overloading the servers.
Sorry,
Got it.
for some reason that just tickles me. That I think that's funny.
I
It's
thought it was
like,
funny too, that it was
Yeah.
happening in PTR. Somebody went and put, like, as many campfires as they could out on their lawn, and it broke the server.
Well, it's a good
because
test.
It was a good test.
It must be a QA tester somewhere. Do the weirdest thing you can think of. That's how you test things.
Right.
I early in my career, I was helping websites testing, and my favorite statement that they gave me, because I was actually doing other stuff, but they're like, "Oh, here, test this for us, like, because it's new, fresh eyes, right?" And then I'm like, "Why can I not click here?" And they're like,
Yeah.
"Why would you want to click here?" And I'm like, "Because you told me, and there's information there." So it was just really funny, because it's like, it really does help to have fresh eyes. So
yeah.
so it just tickles me that
Especially
that
someone
it's
who
like,
would try to do random crap they shouldn't be doing.
yeah, it's like,
Yes.
fire should be outside, and you should be allowed to have a lot of fires.
Right.
And if you don't
Should
want
be able to
have a
light
lot
all
of
your trees
fires,
on fire.
Yeah, what if I want to put fires in my trees? I wanna put
like, why
fire in my trees.
I'm a fire mage, so it's like everything should be on fire. Like, I don't know, it's something. I
Right.
think that would be funny.
So
And
I'm
so
excited. I just made my house just hit level 8 last night.
Congratulations. I'm still at
So
5.
Yeah, I don't know
and I
about
took a tour of Noctum's house. His house was on my
He's starting to
stream
do the
last night.
inside.
Huh?
He's
I
starting to
know.
do the
I
inside.
saw.
He's so excited.
He's been featured on the
He was
Zabina
featured
Live
on the Zabina Live podcast or stream last night. Yes,
Fantastic.
thank you.
Yes.
I'll let him know.
I went and took a tour of his house.
I love it.
Nice.
It was
worked
very good.
really hard
I
on
have to. He has to tell me where he got the picture frames, because I have the pictures, but I don't have the frames. And I saw his picture frames all over his house, and I was like, "Where did those come from? I need that."
Okay, absolutely. Worst case scenario, while we go out to dinner in a couple weeks, you can remind to ask him.
Yes.
Right? Well, he's going to be on tonight. We'll have to get him
Maybe.
on, and I have to ask him. All right.
I don't know. We're already 15 minutes in. So
Okay. Well,
You know,
we're
we'll
all
good.
right.
we'll
Well,
see
that's
how things
pretty
go.
much it, unless you would like to cover something else.
And the square diable rug is important.
And the square diable rug, that is extremely important. Everybody is very excited about it. I know I am. So,
it allows you to make things
Is it just
out of
a
rugs.
square that you get to dye colors, so you can make it into like whatever
Anything.
color rug
yes,
you want it?
because right
And you
now
can make
there's
it
just a
anything.
round. So people use the round rug.
Yeah.
You flip it upside down, you dye it colors, then you can
Make things.
Oh.
use it as backgrounds for things.
Or
I did not know that.
make things out
So
of it.
people have been asking for a square variety
Okay,
because
since we have
I would like to be able to finish making my curling rink, and the square ones would be much easier for me to make the curling rink ice than the round
Oh.
ones.
okay.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
I love it. I love
So
it a lot.
there you go.
I
There you
Yeah. And I know that a lot of people like got really into doing the decor stuff and then they went away. I really feel like the decor is like one of those types of things that you could go in and do, like you mess around with it for a little bit, and then
Yeah.
you go away, you collect a bunch of stuff, and then you come back and mess around with it a little bit more.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
and, like that's what it feels like to me. Like,
Yes.
um, but
I
at the same time, you could
yeah.
completely kind of ignore it because I think that this is
You
what
can.
or we could go into the next topic because this was their our I kind of like when I saw this statement that Zabby decided to put into our notes, I like read it and it was exactly what Noctum and I had talked about it over when we were out walking at one time because the other day, because this is what she had quoted: oversaturating the game with insignificant content and recolored rewards is overwhelming and leads to a sense of being lost. A game that is made for everyone is made for no one. And like for me personally, we'll have a link to this article. It's a Wowhead article, and I scanned through it, read choice segments, but didn't get a chance because I really wanted to think in this podcast or our podcast about our thoughts. And my biggest thing is the fact that I am not. I am like a hardcore casual player in the sense that I have things that I love to do. I've already made a 500,000 gold without trying making 500,000 gold. You know, like there's things that I do just because I enjoy doing them. But then when I come across things that it's like, oh, this doing this would have made my life easier if I would have understood that that's what I was supposed to do. Like I don't even some of the things that they're putting in, I don't even understand why they're putting it in. You know what I'm like why is this
Yeah.
helpful? I think I did a redaction of something that they put in. Um the what was it? Oh, when we were first talking about abundance, I said on this podcast, I was
Right.
like, you get 8 of these things, and I'm like, yeah, it's ignorable. Like you do it, and you don't have to do it if you don't want to.
Right.
But then I realized you need 20 of the things, or at least at the time, because you couldn't get it by quest, but now you can get them by quest, but that's a whole different thing. You needed 20 of these things to make the highest level of your abilities for your professions, for like the your hats or your
Oh,
shirts and stuff like
really?
that.
So
Yeah,
you had
and
that's what this okay, cuz I go and I
that's
looked at the rewards for abundance and it seemed like
the
nothing I would want. I was like, I don't
yeah,
even understand what this is for. So I
exactly.
appreciate that
And
you said that because like apparently I didn't look hard enough.
because no, you didn't look hard enough because it's not on the first page. It's not on the second page. It's the third page of all of this random stuff that they put in. And
Really?
if Finless didn't have to bleep me when I was cussing, I would have been right there because it took me it took me um I had like of the alloyed abundance, the once again, they can't figure out how to not put in another currency.
I
And so
know.
you
I
collect the
know.
currency and you need 800 of this currency to get the fused vitalities. And the fused vitalities, you need 20 of them to make the purple your purple hat for mining or for your tailoring or my
Yeah.
engineering or enchanting or whatever.
Profession
And
gear.
so if you want your profession gear, all of that stuff, and I'm like, you need 20 of them. That means you have to do at least, if you don't buy anything else, you need to do at least 20 abundance. Now, a couple weeks ago, and I apologize for not knowing the exact update it was because it was so stealthy, at least for me. They the weekly quests for doing what are they called? That's like go in
The
your
4
crafting
locations.
orders.
Oh, the crafting
No,
orders.
your
Yeah.
Oh,
the
uh-huh.
crafting orders. You when you turn that in, they have now just started giving you one as part of that.
Yeah.
And so you don't
One
have to get
what?
20
One of the
one of
abundance
these
things.
the vital abundant things that you need 20 of to be able to make your your tool that you need for your crafting.
So, what does that tool get you, though? Do you.
Well, those are the ones that give you increased multi-craft, increase ingenuity, increases your skill cap level
Okay.
for your crafting. It's the ones that if you open up your crafting window, it's at the top
Right.
right hand corner of that, and you could put them in.
It's fused
Like,
vitality is what they're called.
yeah, those are the ones that.
Okay.
But yeah, like if you for my tailoring for my I apologize for the pronunciation, but it's the Thessalian tailor's threads, and I have the purple one, and so it gives me crafting speed and multi-craft, and with me equipped, it gives me an increase in my tailoring skills. And it's a chest piece that gets put slotted in there, and so
Right.
what I do
I
admit,
usually just make whatever I can make and call it a
I
day. I
know
guess I never really
most
paid
people
that
can't.
much attention to
Well,
the
because
crafting.
because I like want to maximize how much gold. So I want
Right. But
to.
then isn't a lot of the high level crafting? I'm sorry, I keep cutting you off.
No,
Hydra, don't let me do
don't do it. No, I want you to do it
it.
because
Isn't
it's something.
the highest level of crafting though, isn't it just uh it's not BOP? As soon as you make it, either you
Yeah, but
have
it's
to
about her
make it
making
for
other stuff.
somebody else through the crafting system, but you can't make it and put it on the auction house,
No, but
right?
that's why I was saying like crafting orders. So like Noctum wants the alchemy one. Okay. So he will put in a guild crafting order and then I'll go in there. He already gave me all like most of the stuff. He'll put all the stuff in there and I'll go
Right.
in and I will craft it for him. Or
Right.
he'll do it for one of our other guildies if I don't have it and or not the level he wants because he's snooty that
Right.
way.
Right.
Um being able to make it for him, and that's how the system's supposed to work, and I do like that. I like the fact that yes, I can make the mining thing. Hydra does not mine. Like it's silly that I have it maxed out because it just does, but now because Noctum wants it, he can put a crafting order, I can make it, that gives me the skill up, and he gets his item. So I think it's
Right.
like that. I like it. But yeah, you're right. It is kind of odd, but it kind of works together at the same time because
Well,
like
no, I understand how it's designed. It's not designed for me.
no,
Unfortunately, it
it's
is
not
not the
designed for
way
everybody.
I
It's
level my crafting. You have to be the kind of person who's going to level your crafting specifically to be able to do those kind of things for orders, to
yes.
fulfill orders. Sorry, I'm stumbling over my words tonight.
No,
Um,
okay. Great day to podcast then.
well,
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
you can't speak. It's awesome.
I know words are hard.
Lately, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. But I at the same time like, but again, did you feel like you were lacking anything while you were crafting, ignoring these other things?
No, generally you don't need the one thing that it's useful for is if you're trying to level up and you want to like save mats and stuff because you can
Materials
get
and things like that. Yeah.
certain
Especially
certain if you increase some of the stats, then you can save materials randomly. It can do multi crafts. It can do all sorts of stuff. So
Right,
you
that
can
I've
get out of that.
that I've paid
Um,
attention to. Yes,
But really, I mean, it probably
I don't
is
know.
easier just to get more mats and get through it
Yeah.
as opposed to trying to worry about saving mats. They made this, I don't know. I agree that we needed to make crafting a little more interesting. I do
Yeah.
not think they made it interesting. I think they made it
I do
more
not think.
complex,
I
but they
think so
also
too.
made it complex for no
Yeah.
reason because they
I
put
agree.
complexity in and then made it irrelevant for most people. So
Yeah.
it's either you can't afford or you don't play enough to do crafting at that level where you're getting these majestic hides or
Right.
these vitalities or whatever it is, that you don't play enough to be able to get 20 vitalities to be able to make 5 different things. You have to play for 3 months, to be able to go in and get enough of these or whatever to be able to make enough things for your characters or your friends or whatever. Or they make it simple enough like it used to be where it just became irrelevant, because by the time you could make anything, or you could make good stuff, it was good before you raided, but once you raided they didn't have anything that was worthwhile
Right.
unless it was a drop that you got in
Yes.
raid.
No. Yeah.
So like I don't know. The problem is, question is, what is crafting for? Like other than alchemy, enchanting, and jewel crafting.
Yep.
A little bit of
Right.
leatherworking, little bit of inscription.
Inscription,
Like everything
right,
has a little
right.
tiny bit of something that's useful in raid or in general playing and
Right.
fighting. Almost anything else is useless unless you can make things for transmog, things for housing, things for what was the other thing? Things for raiding, but there was pets, mounts,
Right.
like engineers
Right.
or whatever. Like there's
Yeah.
not a lot of stuff that you can make that is relevant to the game, and in some ways what
Yeah.
Blizzard's whole thing about everything has to be equal and everybody has to be even, and we have to make it so that nobody can complain about that they're better than we are, made it so that none of it's relevant anymore.
No.
Like it might as well not
Yes.
have it at all. I mean, really, if you think about it, if you just got rid of food and you got rid of potions and you got rid of flasks and you got rid of all of that stuff, then they could just
Yeah.
change the raid to not require that stuff anymore, just like they changed the raid to not require add-ons. So
Right,
why do they have this
right.
garbage that you have to have, consumables, to go into a raid where the only reason you need them is because they've tuned the raid so that you need them?
Yeah.
Like it's all, I mean, obviously everything is, you could say, well, you don't need gear because we could just tune the raid to not need gear. But there's at least, but why add all this consumables? Are all those consumables
Right,
something, why
right.
do you need gems? Why do you need, some
I
of it is
mean,
customization of how you want to
theoretically,
play, but
You could go into normal and
Yeah,
you
you
could
don't
do
need-
it without any of that
Yes,
stuff.
and I have.
Really? Exactly.
Maybe,
Early on, we're like, who brought food? I don't know.
yeah, I mean, you don't necessarily need, but you get to the
But
point where
people
you do need
do
them
it
eventually.
because they want to see their numbers
Yeah. Well, but I'm saying
get
is you
better.
It's make it a little bit easier too, because I honestly, like, Noctum and I will go in. There was a delve that we had gone into where we had gone in while was before we were doing 11s. So it was like we did it at like 5 or 6, and it had been a while, and it was hard, and it was been a while. So then we went back in once we did it as 11, and we did it with where we have I finally had a couple of pieces of heroic gear and through getting around there, and we just like wiped ourselves through it. I was like, because at the beginning we're like, okay, I need to eat, I need to put make sure everything's enchanted, make sure that
Right,
my
right.
weapon has oil on, and
Yeah.
and then we went through and I was just like, oh, okay, oh
Yeah,
I
my
forget.
gear isn't enchanted, much of it. Some of it is. But now that I have mostly heroic gear, I probably should go ahead and get it enchanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily have gems and everything that can have gems. I may have some. I think I
I
might have
did.
gems, but I
When
think
we
now,
started running heroic, I went in and
did
I
the wrong
took an
ones.
afternoon and I made.
Yeah.
I was like, what do I need to do?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I got as much as I could. In some cases, I didn't have like the right enchant or
Yeah.
whatever.
The only reason I have
But-
enchants and gems is because I made them myself, leveling my enchanter and my jewel
okay.
crafter. So I
Right,
leveled my
right.
jewel crafting and my enchanting. So I made a ton of enchants and jewels. So I was like, I could sell these, which I did sell a bunch, but anyone that I could actually use, I was like, I might as well send them to myself. The stuff that I use on my my bow, my weapon, I make, what is it? who makes it? Jewel Crafter Enchanter. Somebody makes that. So I made a ton of it because that's how I leveled up a bunch. So I had a ton of them. I'm like, I'll just send that to Filmless. He can just use it.
Yeah.
There
So
you
the only
go.
reason I have that stuff is because I made it myself. And I didn't even think about it until I was like, oh, I've got all this stuff. I might as well use it.
Yeah.
Right,
But
right.
I don't know that I would have in this round of rating because it just seemed like it wasn't as big a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think what this question brought up is, is there too much stuff? Is there too much random stuff in the game to do right now? And are you participating in those things? Because me personally, I haven't done the undersea thing.
You haven't started at all.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. There's that too.
Yeah. I haven't finished the rituals that we had started because we haven't done the highest level
Yeah,
yet.
you haven't.
I've been in and out of the abundance a little bit. I've run around and done the void incursions a little bit.
I don't think I've done all of the dungeons.
No,
Only the
haven't-
ones that
I
it took
haven't
us in
touched-
stories
Yes.
is the only
Yes.
ones I've done is the
Those
story
Yeah.
mode
same-
ones. I did not
same
go. I have
right
not
here.
done the one in town. I did not do that
Yeah.
one. There's Narrowlax Cavern or something, right? I don't think I've
Yep.
done that one.
Well,
Or
I
did we do
realized that
one?
there was dungeons in the War Within that I hadn't finished.
I think I ended up doing
that I
all
was
of
like,
them eventually.
oh, I need to go do that.
Yeah.
I actually have a dungeon quest that I need to go back and do.
Yeah.
It's possible I
so-
didn't do ones from the newer patches in War Within, but I'm pretty sure I did all the original ones. But
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's dungeons I haven't done because we don't really have a group to do it. We pass through that time so quickly to get to raid, and no one wants to do the regulars. And then
Right,
heroic
yeah.
turns
right.
into a season thing, so no one wants to do that anyway. Until and then it's just gets to be weird. You do get a
Right.
weekly for it, and I keep taking it just in
I
case
do too.
we do it.
I'm like, I'll pick
I
this
do
up.
the same.
If somebody's doing stuff, maybe I'll.
We have
try
a
and-
problem. So our problem is the four of us,
We're all-
including the person
we're all DPS.
sitting behind you. We're all
Yep.
DPS. We're all DPS classes that are only DPS.
Only DPS. There's
we
no
don't.
alternative.
We can't switch to healing or like our mains are all
DPS.
DPS only. And unfortunately, unlike going into delves, you can't bring 4
Right.
DPS. I mean, unless we just want to do normal. I'm sure normal we could
we could
run
probably
through
go
normal.
blast some normal.
Well, it was like when we
dungeons with the
did
four of us.
the
Yes.
dungeons in
That would be funny.
in Remix.
Yeah.
Yes.
Although I could have been a tank in that, I guess. But we were just basically killed everything
Yeah.
going through.
Well,
those.
I was
so
at the end
You
of
were a
it. Noctum and
yeah.
I were soloing the
Yeah.
raids even
Yeah.
because they
Yeah.
gave you so much of the
Yeah.
points or whatever. I
Yeah,
don't
you
remember.
Yeah.
became so crazy powerful. But they meant
Yeah.
to do that. That was like the point. But I'm just saying
Yeah.
is like we are not suited to do that. So that makes it difficult. So like when we've been doing our streaming of the game, we've been doing delves and we did the ritual thing because that's stuff you can
Yeah.
do without having to have the right types of characters. I mean, I have
Right.
level 90 druid, then level 90 demon hunter that I guess one of them could tank and one could heal, and
Right.
but they're not very well geared.
I haven't
so
worked on
I could
mine.
do normal.
Yeah.
I could probably do normal. I mean, it would be fun to do kind of an alt run or something, but I
Right.
don't know how well that would go.
Look,
Um,
I personally don't think it well because then we'd be concentrating on what we were trying to do as opposed to
Yes.
like talking.
Yes.
And
Well, we
That's
might be
not-
entertaining though.
We might be
Still might
very
be
entertaining.
Especially if it was just 4 of us. If we just had,
So-
a healer, a tank, and 2 DPS instead of
Right.
the 3.
I mean, do you guys feel like you're participating in all the stuff that's
No.
out there?
The-
And do you want to?
The thing is,
no,
one of the things that I remember from the past
She was really quick on that.
in that Blizzard has stated is that not all the content is meant for everyone. They don't
which is
expect
good.
everyone to do everything. They want you to be able to play the way you want to play. So we've got people who the only thing they do is housing.
Yes.
And
yes.
the things that they have to do to get things for housing. So that's what they do. So they do that. There are people who don't want to raid, who don't do dungeons, who may not want to do delves. Maybe they want to just do that underwater thing, or they love abundance and they love running around and doing whatever abundant.
That is a really
stuff.
good point.
I mean, and
you are
the
right.
only thing is when they put gates in place, like you were saying, for things that you need for other things. So if you like professions and you want to be very into professions and make money with professions somehow, or whatever you're doing, and you need to go to abundance, well, now you have to do something that you didn't necessarily want to participate in order to do the thing you wanted to do. So I see where they're seeing those things and making changes, which is good. But I also do feel like there's so much in the game. And the question is, what things are good, what things are not. And I'm hoping that they're paying attention and looking at, the preference. How many people are doing this? How many people are doing that?
Who's doing
and think about it for the future instead of just kind of throwing things at the wall. Like, put some thought into, like, how does this fit into things? Is this something that's required in order to raid, in order to do dungeons, in order to level? If I want to do the weeklies every week, I want to do the world quests, I need to do all this stuff. Is that something that I need to do in order to do professions? Can I do professions without having to do that stuff? Where is that line? But really, WoW isn't necessarily a game that is made for everyone. There's still things you have to do to play the game.
Yes. No, absolutely. Like mythic raiding, like unless you are totally committed and that's what you do, it doesn't make any sense for like.
Did you say that if you should be committed, you should do mythic raiding if you should be committed?
Yes.
If you do mythic
should
raiding,
be committed.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Just.
Yes.
I wanted to clarify.
That's
what I heard.
In all the sense, because we've done it, and we had to make it. And then when our raid team started falling apart, we made a decision on like, do we really want to go back to that commitment again? And it was like, no. And so it's like, we need to find a heroic raid team and stuff like that, because it's just whether
what makes you happy. How do you like playing? And if you can get what you like doing out of the game with the content that's there, and you don't have to do all of it. If there's certain content you like doing and you want to do it
as a completionist,
you want to make money.
I need
yes,
to
if
do
you're a
it
completionist,
all.
you need to do everything. Well, that makes you happy, then you have to do it all. But in terms of, like Hydra and Noctum like to make money. So in order for them to make money, there's a lot of profession things they need to do. There's a lot of going and doing certain activities that will get things that make them money, that kind of stuff. So there's a lot there.
And the easiest way to get Hydra to do dungeons or whatever, it's easier for me to make money in it. If I go into a dungeon and I like the effort for us to find, because as like a DPS, to go find a tank, find a healer, have to be nice to those people.
That's the hardest part, I'm sure.
That's the hardest part. Like,
oh my goodness.
People. And not that it's that they're bad. I'm just saying that's just people in general.
Yes.
You have to be willing to socialize. And I'm sorry, like I'm at the end of the day, I talk to hundreds of children every single day. Sometimes my social meter is just done. Like I cannot.
Right. Yes.
I just can't. And so like I would rather just go and look at all of the world quests that are all having gold and
and
go and do all of those, and I make 10,000 gold, and then you know what, I feel accomplished, because
there
now
you go.
if I find a mount on the black auction house that's 500,000 gold and I decide to buy it, I earned it, I could go buy it. you know,
Yep.
like part of my game,
Right.
but that doesn't anybody else because everybody I know for a fact that there's people who are listening to me right now who think I'm a nutcase, and I agree. Like I agree.
I am a nutcase. Get over
Oh,
it.
I'm a nut.
We know one of the other things we didn't mention was prey.
Oh,
As
yeah.
being
pray.
another one of
Yeah,
those.
I think that you can
Well,
ignore.
and the other thing that, I did
I
like
barely do.
the hide and seek
Yeah.
decor thing.
Oh, we haven't even tried that.
Oh,
haven't even
I've done
tried
it. I did it one afternoon. I tried it. It
Oh, okay.
was interesting. It's like PvP, but hide and seek and tag.
It's weird.
So you're in two groups, and you're in the room waiting to go, and the other people are hiding, and you have to go and find
Hey,
them and
people.
tag them. And if you can find them all within this period of time, then you win. Then your team wins, and then it
It's-
flips,
Weird.
and you become the hiders, and they become the seekers. So
Got it.
it was a little weird. I'm
And
not gonna lie.
And by hiding, you mean turn into decor items
Turn into decor items.
and find a place that makes sense that you would be in.
But there isn't a place
Yeah.
because there's like, never mind. I don't want to go into it here unless we really want to talk about it.
It's
But
part of the
No,
go
talk.
part of your experience though is it really important because I haven't tried it and I'm like, it's kind of seems odd to me.
Yeah.
it is.
Like-
There's like an area that you are in a part of Silvermoon, but you're instanced. Okay.
Okay.
You are the seeker. You are stand in a room while the hiders go hide in this area of Silvermoon. You have abilities that will help you identify them. So you have spells that you can cast
Buttons.
and buttons that you can push that will show you that that's a person and not a lamp.
And in the
And then
beginning,
you
if you're a
have
hunter,
to go
it's
and
really-
tag them. Yeah, right. Once you figure out they're a person, so you as an object, so let's say I'm a lamp, I go out to hide.
I'm a lamp.
There are random pieces. It's not like here is a sofa with a table and a lamp and a book. There are like random pieces of decor strewn around this area.
So it was like a hoarder's
So
house.
it could be anything. So you could go stand anywhere you wanted to stand. You have the ability to change into like 5 or 6 different objects, and you have the ability to run or move while you're in the object, while you are the object. So I could be a lamp, and when they figure out that I'm a lamp, I can run because they have to tag me. And if I can run the right way and maybe go somewhere, and what I haven't figured out is if you could evade them enough to change into a different object, and there's a button where you can like put yourself someplace else in the area, so you can like teleport. So you can change what you are and you can teleport. And if you can figure out how to do that effectively, you should be able to keep them from tagging you. But I get made and I start running and going, oh my God, they've made me. Ah. And I start running around in circles and they tag me.
Okay.
So it's interesting, and yet it was like really super fast. It seemed to go really quick because once you're tagged, you're out.
Okay.
You have so much time for your whole team to either get tagged and found
or the time runs out.
or the time runs out.
Oh, okay.
You can wander around the map as the tagged out person and you can watch what's going on. So you can see what's happening in the game, but you're no longer participating.
You're
Okay.
a spectator.
You are a spectator. So I played it a
Now-
couple of times and I felt like, if you could get really good at the evading
What do you get
part,
for
you could
winning this?
another currency.
How surprising. I bet you can buy housing decor from
You
it.
can. You can get decor. I think
No,
there's some
the only
transmoggy
way that
things
I
too. I
feel like
don't remember.
this could be there could be a redeeming value to this. The only thing I could possibly think of, and if somebody else has tried this, let me know, is this might be a fun way to have like a guild night where like you
Yes.
all like getting together, like having what in the old days when you used to together with your guild
Yeah.
and do
Yeah.
other things that other than just raid, like as a guild where it's like we're gonna go do this, and
We should
my
do
favorite was
PvP
always
Yeah.
like
Have a
sometimes.
PvP
yes,
night.
that's what I was like, having a PvP, like it's
Yeah.
like we're gonna
We
go, so
used to
everybody's
like
going
have a
to
Christmas
Overmars.
party in my other guild,
Yes,
and
we
everybody
had
would show
weddings.
up and wear outfits and throw snowballs at each other.
I had to make a horde tune on another server so that I could have I had enough time. 2 weeks before, I had like a date, and they were like, "You're gonna be a part of the wedding, so you need to be able to get you need to be a red
Oh,
dress or whatever."
yes.
So I had to like make
Yes.
my character, make sure that I had the right outfit. So I mean, those were being an RP server,
Right,
but it's
right.
like, yeah, no, like, so that's while you were talking about it, I was like, yeah, you were talking about like random people, but I'm like, I bet you random people in your guild that it might be a good
Yeah.
guild
Yeah,
event.
and you queue just like you would for PvP. You go to the person and you put yourself in a queue, and it
Okay.
puts you in a group and throws you into the.
You just can't say I want to go against this other group. Unfortunately, doesn't
Yeah, I
have
don't
that.
think so. I think you
Like
would
if you could
have
be,
to.
it would be nice to be able to have events like that. And actually, that would be something that maybe would be good for WoW to be able to do in the future.
Yeah.
It would be even to have PvP that you could be both sides. Like you could basically have your guild be both sides of the PvP, and you have one group and another group, and then you build groups. Somebody sets it up, it sets the event up, sets up groups, and then puts you in, and then you go against each
Yeah.
other.
Right.
Could be fun because then you're doing an event together with only the guild. It's not like you're going against other things.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's some of the things. I don't know that WoW needs to add all this stuff.
They don't need to.
Well-
they want to.
So, okay, so the cadence really used
Yeah.
to be the expansion would come out, everybody would like shove in to start and get a tune and level it up and take all this time. And it used to take, 3 days. Now it takes you 24 hours, but it used to take, wow. I remember when it took like a month to level or whatever.
I
But
don't know.
then
It took me a
you
whole
get-
expansion of
I know,
Vanilla
right?
to get to 60s or so. I didn't even get there before the first expansion came out.
So you level, you get in groups. Maybe your guild tries to do some dungeons and maybe they try to do some raids and all that kind of stuff. But there's nothing else. And people go, meh, I don't want to do this. My choice is raiding or PvPing or dungeons. And I'm not, or leveling more tunes. And then people would drop off and
Yeah.
unsub. So I think this is their way of trying to keep everybody engaged long
Yes.
enough
Yes.
to keep your sub going
For the next drop.
until until the next thing.
Well, it's also why
Or
I think
until the
they've
next expansion.
accelerated all the patches and the new things and basically split up the expansion. So they built an expansion, and the expansion has all this content. And they then split it up, and they said, this is the first bit that we're going to give you. It's probably the biggest bit. Here you go. Here's all the stuff. It has a couple raids. It has all the big major point dungeons. It has the big story. It takes a little while if you want to do the whole story and a continuation of the story and all that. Great. Patch drops. More stuff. Zones. Another raid maybe. Another dungeon maybe. Some new features that they put in that maybe weren't ready when the first thing, like the hide and seek thing.
right.
Or maybe it was ready and they just wanted to leave something for the first patch. The next
Yeah,
one
which I
comes
hope that that's the case,
1207.
'cause-
They have more stuff. They have another raid. And I have a feeling that most of this stuff, other than things that changed or fixing things, were done. when the
Yeah.
patch, then the expansion came out. It's possible that they went, well, we'll work on that later, but I'd be surprised. With the speed
Yeah.
at which they're
No.
moving, I have a feeling that most of all of the stuff that they are putting out for 12.x was done when the expansion came out. Like the core of it. Maybe a little bit of tweaking here and there, wanting to see how stuff worked. When they go back in and test it before it releases, they have to make sure it's balanced for the new changes to the characters and everything, for the classes and everything. But
Yeah.
I think a lot of this stuff has been there and isn't new in terms of their plan. They didn't go, oh, look, this is not working well, we're gonna change this or scrap that. I think a lot of it is, this is the plan, this is the roadmap, we've got the roadmap, we know what we're doing, we've already got it done, we're working on 13. They're working on the last Titan, which they already are anyway because it's a different group. But this group is,
well, they're always,
yes, they've got this rolling.
I always used to, so back in Lich King, just to totally go off on a tangent, I remember seeing stuff like characters or people, like all of a sudden there were a lot of goblins and stuff kind of hanging out in some of the areas. So it's, if you pay attention, you get a little bit of foreshadowing of some things that's going to happen either in the next expansion or 2 expansions down. You can kind of glean some insight into it. And I always found that interesting to look for. It's like
Absolutely.
Architecture or characters that are maybe just hanging around in the street. And you're like, that's different. So I don't know. It was always interesting to see those things because you know that they're working ahead.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I mean, I am not against them adding all this stuff. I don't want the things that I enjoy to be compromised because of them, and I'm not necessarily sure it has been. The problem with some people, this one right there, is a completionist.
Oh.
So all of the systems and things that exist within WoW are fair game for her. So the way she likes to play is to do everything, which makes it harder the more stuff they have.
It does.
But it does give you more to do.
Because it's become really kind of overwhelming. I log in and I'm like,
what do I want to do?
What do I want to do?
Yes.
What do I need to do? What
Yes.
do I want to make? Do I want to go back? Like I went back to Koresh the other day and just did all those quests because I didn't have that reputation, and I want to finish that reputation. Or do I work on the current reputation and move all that forward? It's like,
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but I feel like, abundance, it's okay. It's fun when there's a bunch of people in there help doing it all at once. When you're by yourself, it's impossible. Like you can't do it. It doesn't matter how good you are. You just can't get through enough stuff to make it work when you're by yourself. The fact that they have 1,000 currencies is a pain. The fact that they've moved most of them into your thing at least helps, but it's just a lot. There is too much content if your goal is to do all the content. I'm just saying. There's too much if you want to do it all.
You're absolutely right.
But I don't think that most people need to do it all. Like, I just don't think it's necessary. If you're a raider, if that's your core fun you get out of the game, even a mythic raider, you do not have to do everything. You don't have to do abundance necessarily. You don't have to go do the water thing necessarally, the fishing thing.
You just have to make enough money to pay somebody else to make your gear.
Well, that's the
if
thing.
That's what you need.
So,
it's
just
then
a
you buy
question
it.
of where is your priorities, and you do have to set priorities. And it is harder when there's more content. So I don't necessarily agree that a game made for everyone is made for no one. I think it's a jack of all trades, master of none. When you have so many features, you can't necessarily put the time into any one of them to make, or all of them to make them all great. You're going to have a bunch of throwaway features that you never put the effort into to get it to the level of being a core thing within WoW that most people will want to do. I think delves have become one of the mechanics that is something I feel like most people have not have to do, but
if you don't
want to
find a group,
yeah,
or like us, the four horsemen of the DPS, delves work
Four horsemen
perfectly.
of the dipspocalypse.
The dips.
Dipspocalypse? Or the
Sure.
dips.
The dips.
It's the
four
four dips.
dips.
Yes, that's us.
We're gonna start a
Frankie Valley and the four dips.
That's exactly where I was going.
Zabina Alive and the four dips. That's us.
Right.
So, yeah. So
I found delves to be really great.
Yeah.
And if you want,
I think last
is
expansion,
for all sorts of groups.
I think the new delves they've done
Are better.
is better. I believe they learned a lot from last expansion, and they have made changes that are significant and make them more fun and not just a chore, which I felt like the ones in the last expansion were. They felt much more like a chore than something that was fun. Like, I actually enjoy going in to a delve, even on my own, and doing it. I don't feel like I'm like, oh my goodness, this is such a chore. I hate doing this. Why am I doing this? Oh, I have to do this because I have to do
it's just another.
Yeah, it's not just another thing. I enjoy it. I enjoy it more than doing dungeons. Because I don't have to worry about that there's 5 things. I don't have to worry about the crazy mechanics, and I have to know everything about everything for it to work.
Right.
Maybe at 11, it's really hard, but you don't have to play at 11. You can, this one goes to 11.
Well, and you don't have to, like you said, I mean, even dungeons, you have to like go in and go, oh, if you're doing heroic or mythic plus, you have to know all the mechanics and the affixes and all of that kind of stuff.
Yes.
And if that's not your thing, then delves are very much within the
They-
realm of possibility.
Yes. The nice thing is that they have the things that they have added, like being able to do the follower dungeon. So you can do the normal with follower. If you want to see a dungeon, if you just have 2 of you and you have 2 DPS or you have 3 DPS, maybe not 4, but 3, you can do a follower dungeon and go in and see the dungeon.
Yeah.
Because I don't
I've done a bunch
not
of
seeing the
those.
dungeon. Like, that's the one thing
Yeah.
I like. That's content that I don't want to miss. And in general, I'm probably going to do almost all the content in the game in this expansion.
That's true.
I will probably go play with the fishing thing at some point when I get bored enough and I go, I want to do it. I don't know about the hide and seek thing. Maybe not.
Don't
But
either.
yeah. But
I'm glad that Zabby went and did it.
yeah, I listened to her doing it. I'm like, what are you doing? I don't think I'm going to do that. But maybe I'll try it. Who knows? I mean, I don't ever PvP. Like,
Yeah.
just because
Yeah,
that's
it's
there
very-
doesn't mean that
Very
I'm
PvP adjacent.
missing
Yes.
out on PvP. The game should not include PvP because I don't find PvP interesting and I don't want to do PvP. So I hate the fact that the game has
is
PvP.
probably
No,
really
I don't. I
very-
don't hate it.
I like that. You're right.
I think people
like-
love
it's
PvP
like
and they want to
some
do
people
it. Then great.
Children's Week, and then they're done.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Children's Week, the only time that anybody thinks about PvP if you are not a PvPer.
Yes.
Like, there's the only and you know what? I don't mind that because
No.
it's like, yes, like it's like where the worlds collide, overlap, and it's like, okay,
Right.
on this one week, if you want to finish off all the stuff for Children's Week, and if you are doing holiday stuff, then you need to do a little bit of PvP.
And you're going
Yes.
in with everybody else
Well,
that doesn't want to do
and
PvP.
you never know.
Exactly.
You may convert a couple people who didn't think they
Yes.
would like
Or
it.
you're
They're
like,
like,
"Oh, okay."
this is a new aspect of the game, and I enjoy
Or someone's going to go in, think
beating
they
the crap
enjoy
out of
it
other
because it
people.
was a bunch of people that didn't know how to PvP in their thing. And then they go in and only with the people that
and
really
find
know how
out
to
there's a
PvP.
rogue
And they go
behind them. Yeah.
and they die 8,000 times. Stabby, 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 stabby.
But then that's when you learn to bring your own pocket
Yeah,
rogue.
exactly.
You.
Or you just stop PvPing because you don't want to deal with that anymore.
I don't know.
I used to do arena.
I learned to keep my Insta-fears on my button.
I used to do
on my bars.
arena. I used to do arena.
Oh my God.
I used to
did
do
not.
arena as a hunter. And it was great because people would come and attack me and my pet would eat their faces.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't attack the pet. They would always come toward me. So I would like kite him around and my pet would be attacking him from behind. And
Chewing
then
on
I'd
them.
turn around and shoot him a few times and they die. And they're and, like, you never learn. But yeah, we did. We had a team in my old guild for a little while. And it was, I enjoyed it. I still
Yeah.
wasn't like my favorite thing, but when you win, it's fun. Watching people
When you feel
play
like you
the arena,
win.
Oh, I love
Is-
watching it.
okay. Sometimes when you watch it though, it's like nothing happens. They're just running around and trying to kill each other and not doing it until finally they do.
That's the thing.
It's
That's
like-
what it is.
I know. But sometimes you're sitting there like, oh my
I
God.
enjoy
nothing's
watching
happening.
arenas.
But yes, the
I
arena
really do.
leagues are fun. But anyway, we have hit our hour.
We have.
Amazingly
did.
enough. Crazy. So we should probably
know.
call it.
Just really quickly there. Hey, Firmino showed up. How you
the
doing?
Welcome.
There are a couple of things I wanted to point out. One, the article that I got this information from came from Wowhead, Casual Content in Midnight. And there is also, if you're a Taliesin and Evitel fan, they did post also a segment called Too Much Content, where they ask the question as well. So if you are interested in watching or reading some of those articles, they are out there and they will be in the notes in YouTube, right?
Yes, hopefully.
Yes.
Probably. I could make them there. I haven't been doing a lot for those, but I can. So, holidays were coming a month from now. Midsummer Fire Festival is coming. Not long after the patch drops. The other thing I wanted to let everybody know is we are having a bit of a summer break after the show. We will be
are.
gone for 3 weeks as opposed to 2. So we have a break of 3 weeks instead of 2 before the next show. Next show is on June 19th. Same bat time, same bat channel. But June 19th, right after 12:07 drops. So
Yes.
we will hopefully
Yeah.
have a little bit of time to jump in and not do
Process
the new
that.
content. Something. At least say, yeah, we did it. But we'll try to give some feedback, talk about it on the next show. Or
We will.
go in and play since we did not play this week.
Yeah.
We'll see
Figure it
if
out.
there's something interesting that we could do
We
together.
didn't, though we could all go play now.
Well, but yeah,
Well,
not,
that's what
not
we're
on
gonna
the
do.
stream. So I didn't change the episode number on the video. That was good, Michael.
Uh-huh.
Finless, whatever my name
None
is.
of us
Who are
noticed.
you?
No, none of us noticed until just
We
now.
didn't.
I noticed. I'm like, wait a second, it's the wrong number because I was looking for that number and I'm like, that
That's
doesn't look
okay.
right. 358. Look, it says 358. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, completely.
Okay. Final wrap up thing. You can follow us on Blue Sky at Twisted Nether. Hydra is at Hydrar. Fimless is at Fimless. And Zabina is at Zabina_live. Also, you can watch Zabina live on her stream on Twitch at Zabina_live.
Hey.
Don't forget to go to her channel and follow her.
Thank you. Thank you.
You can also contact the show via email, info@twistednether.net, and voicemail or text us at 407-705-3161. That's 407-705-3161. Send us questions, answers, suggestions, comments, funny moments, tips, tricks, traps, and troglodytes. Chocolate covered.
Oh,
we
really?
record, hey, they're the best. We record live on Friday nights, and our new time slot is 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. You can join us in our chat room on Twitch by going to twitch.tv/twistednetherblogcast, all one word. In effort to streamline our processes, which we have been doing for quite a while now, we don't push our stream to podcast channels. You get all the Twisted Nether you can consume by going to our YouTube channel. Subscribe, follow, whatever, youtube.com/@twistednethernet. Don't forget to click the bell button so you get notifications of when new episodes are posted. Also, if you liked the episode, please give us a thumbs up there.
Yes.
Again, next episode is June 19th. Thank you to our chat room for joining us this week, or this show.
Hey, it's
We
been
appreciate
fun.
it.
We have people in the
Yes,
chat
there's
room
people
tonight
talking to us and hanging out. Yes. And they
So-
agreed that Mythic Raiders should be committed.
Yes. So we like our chat room.
We do. Come join us. If you have not joined us yet, come join us. We talk to our chat room as much as we can.
We do.
Well, if they're there.
If
and
they're there,
I did,
we'll talk to you.
I-
We'll say hi.
We'll
you
talk
have
to
to
you.
come so I can get in the habit of doing that because
Yes.
I'm awful.
Yes. So we appreciate all of you joining us. Have a good few weeks before the next episode. And as always, 5.
5.
Hi, this is Six from Epic Diapers, and you're listening to the Twisted Nether blogcast.
Thank you for visiting the Twisted Nether. Please watch our step.